That's fucking science! Just ask Albert Einstein, as long as he's a girl. Because this science is involving girls. Science girls. Girls of science. It's an interesting logo. I never quite realised that it's all joined together there. The sort of atom, when I say atom, I think it's an atom style symbol. But you see the little circle in the middle, and then you've got the tail, and it heads out and round, and it sort of joins back in there. So it's actually kind of visually a little bit peculiar. I quite like it because of its visual peculiarity. So here we have Spiky Caterpillars and Hanako Games Science Girls. That's fucking science! Probably going to do that a lot, but that's just because I like the song. I can't remember which song it comes from, I just know that line. It's a Ninja Sex Party song. I think it might be Dinosaur Laser Fight, but it might be another one. All I remember is, that's fucking science! Just ask Albert Einstein, and there's a little bit more, but the key thing is it's fucking science. So this is for you, MeRMental, or technically Oribushu, as you have Dosh Yoshneps. That's 2 usernames in a strange accent. Let's start a new game, I suppose. Oh, type my character's name. Okay. Well, I'll use my standard female name. Wait. Come on. I've got a moose. Okay, there we go. I was using a controller because it's going to be a lot easier. But there we go. Standard female name, and she's quite masked. But the mask is quite obviously like an addition there, because it just doesn't quite. The key problem I've got with it is you've got like moderately thinnish lines for most of it. You get a little bit of a thicker line on the hair, but that kind of goes with the rest as well. But the mask just seems to stand out as, nope, that is not been made with the actual picture of the girl, I feel. Or at least that's what it kind of looks like. Anyway, so hit enter. I don't know what enter is, so we're going to push all the fucking buttons. Okay, maybe... Oh, that's skip mode, is it? Okay, so we don't actually seem to have an enter on the controller, so we'll have to hit enter on the keyboard. There we go. Marvellous, right. Elementary, dear Watson. Standard, a normal adventure, or graduate. I shall have a standard adventure, I think. And, okay. It's been... If you know what that song is, congratulations, because that's proper. That is Vic Reeves and the Club style there. I've got a hot potato. It's been something weeks. It's been 6 weeks since you looked at me. It just naturally goes back into the club style. It's been half an hour since the end of school bell rang, and the halls have gone quiet. The only people still on campus are teachers wrapping up work and students with extracurricular activities. Is it just me? No, it's not just me. Is it just deliberately showing differing window colours, or is that a peculiarity? Because the background of the window is kind of changing colour. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Anyway, as president of the fucking Science Club, it's... Oh, this would be my character then. As president of the Science Club, as president of the fucking Science Club. See, I can even do it in the female voice, because, you know, talent is natural to me. It's my job to get to the classroom first and make sure everything is ready for our meeting. The other girls have been out saying goodbye to their friends or working on their own projects. I haven't got this many female voices. Hi, Evelina. I'll go with this is the narrator, and we'll have the narrator as sort of the slightly opera version of my own voice. Jennifer represents the science of biology. I bet she does. I winked. Just to clarify, without cams, you couldn't tell, but when I said represents the science of biology, wink. It was just a quick, cheeky wink, as if to suggest something. I'll leave that suggestion entirely in your hands. Also, she's also the vice president of the club, and tends to be bossy. I suppose this is a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity to address your questions, MeRMental. We shall read the questions first, as we have done in the previous ones. Q1. What's not to like about science or girls? And your favourite one of said girls. Question 2. One thing you will not eat among relatively normal food items. Q3. Game you most want to see a sequel for, be it first or in a long series. Well, we'll address the first question, because that's a very simple answer. Q1A. This is from the notes. And this is exactly what I wrote. Wait to play with girls. Woot! And there are exclamation marks after the word girls and whoop, because as I say, I can't really answer that question immediately, and hopefully I won't forget to address that question again, but maybe we'll end up perhaps addressing each girl individually as they're introduced. So then we might be able to accomplish an answer to the question, your favourite one of said girls. And I suppose we should answer, what's not to like about science or girls? Science is complicated. Girls is complicated. Didn't realise that was going to be the same answer twice. I was genuinely going to think about different answers, but then I thought, how very appropriate that both will just equate to the answer. They're fucking complicated. Anyway, she represents the science of biology, and she's bossy. She's a bossy biologist. Okay. Why are you wearing that mask? It's an experiment. Oh, right. I suppose, yes, we'll address this girl. She's got a lovely ribbony bow in the back of her hair, and delightful blonde locks. And very long blonde locks as well. Don't know how old they're supposed to be. Don't know if a Vic Reeves thigh rubbing is inappropriate in this situation. I feel like it probably is, because they are still in school. And that makes me sick, old, pervy man. I'm going to be fine with that. Right. Right, okay, so I think this is the narrator again. We'll go with my science. Well, no, it's more Evelina's words, I think, isn't it? My science, of course, is psychology. I have to keep them on their toes. Andrea's getting snacks, and I saw Heather downstairs. I think she was playing a video game. Okay, answered the question. Your favourite one of said girls, it's Heather. Yep, it's definitely Heather. I don't even know what she looks like, but fuck it. She was playing a video game. Heather's my girl. We will wait to address that fully, but anyway, and I saw Heather downstairs. I think she was playing a video game. I'm sure everyone will be here soon. Suddenly, from outside, we hear the sound of screams. I think it's all meant to be Evelina, isn't it, saying it? It's her inner monologue rather than a narrator. Suddenly, from outside, we hear the sound of screams, like a pack of overexcited fans rushing a rock star. What's going on? We peer out of the window to see. It's the teachers. Sinister. Okay, that feels deliberate, but are we all seeing what I'm seeing? And that's the man with the moustache and the balding hair has an oddly placed plant monster growing what can only be described as out of him and attacking the blue-haired babe at the side. Because technically I'm going to have to go after the teachers, although the teachers look to be pretty dead, because they're at least slightly closer to my age bracket, I think. It's the teachers.
What looks like an oversized carrot has seized hold of Miss Bullfinch's hair. I've heard her shriek in math class, but never like that.
I mean, we don't know which one Miss Bullfinch is, but the only one being attacked by carrots would in fact be the woman with the red file at the back there. So I'm wondering if that's Miss Bullfinch, because the other woman, the one with the blue hair as mentioned, she's very much being molested by a plant-growing penis man. And he's lost his wig, it would seem. But hey, nobody likes a wig, so it's probably for the best. Look, one of them's got Mr. Brere's toupee. Her voice is changing every time. But yeah, there we go. Now we know for certain that is Mr. Brer. I didn't know he wore a toupee. It's a good one. It's made of real hair, and I know hair. Well, you did seem to... we commented you did seem to have a lot of hair, so... Miss Bullfinch swings her full-size Teacher's Edition textbook at the carrot. We're right! It's the woman with the red book. I said file. I thought it was a file, not a book.
And it moves to dodge her blow. What are those things?
Let's get down there and see if we can help.
Right. I head for the door, but...
A monster attacks! It's the Wiggly Waggly Penis plant. Holy balls! So we've got finally some gameplay, one could say. So interesting. One assumes SP is going to be constantly replenished, or else attacking is going to prove very difficult. Hide behind your hands. Monsters will do less damage to you, and you will regenerate 2 extra SP. Oh, I'm wondering if that... So maybe defense items. We've got a small tart orange. We have three, sorry. I don't know why. I suppose I was looking at the word 4 HP. 3 more mandarins. 3 wee mandarins. So I will punch Roothead. And apparently Jennifer's a kicker. And a screamer as well. That was one of the options. I looked in the options prior to the game, and one of the options was, I think, to turn off the yells. But hey, no way. Ain't no way we're going to turn off. Tell off? Well, we might end up having to tell off our girls, but, you know, that's because they're bad girls. Get any creepier than that. That was great. Hey, yeah, ha! We sure showed it.
But what was that thing? It looked like some kind of...
Killer plant! That's not a plant.
What do you mean? It looks like a plant to me. It has roots and leaves.
Do you even know what the difference is between a plant and an animal? Oh, okay. I mean, whew. Plants are, traditionally plants tend to be green, but not a guarantee. Plants don't have brains. No, I mean, that's, strictly speaking, that's true, I feel. They don't have a brain in the animalistic sense. I feel like they don't eat food in the way I would eat food, but they do eat food. And I have literally no fucking clue if plants have rigid cells. So I'm going to go with plants don't have brains. That's a very good point, Jennifer. That's true, but jellyfish don't have brains and they're animals. Anyway, plants can't walk around and attack people. They can't chase things. That's not how plants work. That wasn't an option. If one of the options was plants can't walk around and attack people, I would have chosen that option. How dare you? Therefore, that's not a plant. It must be some kind of amoebazoid, or giant slime mold. She pokes. I really don't know whether this should be a narrator or not. We're going narrator this time. We'll exchange it every fucking time. She pokes at the remains of the mystery monster. I wonder why it attacked us.
Maybe it was hungry, or maybe it was looking for something. If this is what went after the teachers, they could be all over the school. The school is being invaded by killer plants.
They're not plants.
And it's up to us to save the day with the power of science! I adjust the mask on my face and dust off my hands.
Hang on. I haven't really got a mask, and I don't know what the sound of adjusting a mask is, but at least I can go... That's me dusting off my hands. That was. I'll just give a bit more detail. That's dusting off palm of right hand. This is dusting off palm of left hand. This is dusting off the back of hand. Yeah, it is considered back of hand, isn't it? Of right hand. And this is dusting off the back of hand back of left hand. There you go. Same order again. Those hands are like really fucking dusted now. Come on, let's find the others. Oh, hello. Okay, this is a map of the school. To move around, use the controller, the arrow keys, or left-click the mouse in a neighbouring square. Rooms will be revealed as you visit the dark places on the map. To access the game menu, press button 10 on your controller, the escape key, or click the menu button in the top right corner. From here you can set options, view character profiles, and save or load your game. For more help, visit their website at Shitmoles. I'm not entirely sure why there's an S there. I'm assuming there is a reasoning behind the S, but I don't know what it is. I can't remember my web doodahs. I can't even remember what the fucking coding is called. HTML is the code, isn't it? So why it's shit HTML, I don't know. Because HTML shit, I suppose, perhaps. It is probably the easier of the languages. Anyway, moving on. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so that's peculiar. Oh no, I can move that way. And down, and up. Marvellous, right, okay, super. And that allows me to journey into the room. This is room 503. It's the room we held science club meetings in. There is nothing here. We looked here already. The monsters might have moved while we weren't looking. They're sneaky. How would you know they're sneaky? It's my psychological intuition. Keep your eyes open. Alright. Right, so, we're on the 5th floor. There's stairs there. Can we go up a floor? Well, I suppose technically there's no point in going up a floor. It seems to be a little bit... Let's try the arrow keys. They seem to work a little bit better. And I suppose I could use the mouse, but I really... Wow, I don't know why... The joystick just doesn't seem to be doing it the way you'd expect it to be done. This is room 501. It's a classroom. We are attacked by a slurp. Ew. There's a slurp, and wow, slurps apparently do a lot of damage. Hopefully, yeah, and kick it. Yeah, yay! Kicking is supreme. We haven't leveled up. Oh, this is interesting. I shudder. It's creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to have eyes or tongues. Those might not actually be eyes. Butterflies and fish often have false eye spots to deter predators. For all we know, its eyes are somewhere else. Or it doesn't have eyes at all. Maybe it uses that stamen-like protrusion as an antenna. A blind monster using its tongue to find me is even creepier than an eyeball flower. Well, if you stay out of its mouth, you'll be safe, right? Now let's go look for another. It's fucking biology class! Is this a different staircase? Oh, it's a different staircase, okay. We'll go to the hallway because we haven't finished exploring rooms here. This is room 502. We're attacked by a spratling. Ew. Ah, spratlings are the killer carrots. Yeah, oh no, it dodged. What a prick. What a fucking prick. Yeah, kick it. Fucking kick it. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Kick the shit out of it. Is it? Okay, that's interesting. Are you... Ah, okay. That was peculiar. I seem to have to push a button to make it continue. Wow. This is... I feel like maybe I should not be using the controller, or something is causing it to run slowly, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's weird.